NCL Cricket Club.
Yeah, but I'm trying to open up the Cricket Club app.
You have to have the NCL Cricket Club, right?
I know, but the
Oh, okay.
app itself.
Still waiting for the scorer to get ready.
Then I have the app here.
If I can start, you guys can catch up.
Yes.
I'll
Yeah.
do manual for now.
Okay.
You can start. All good to go?
What is
So batter. Anybody knows the name of the batsman?
Lincoln
Lincoln.
and Anik.
Anik.
Yeah.
Okay. Bowler number one. I think it's Raju.
Yeah.
Dot ball.
what's the login info password? Hello.
Which one they're logging on from today?
483.
Yeah, you can do the three. Try and do three.
Password. Need the password. Dot ball, second ball, dot ball.
Okay, you keep an eye.
Ali, keep an eye.
Hmm?
Ball, idao, idao.
Okay. Two balls.
Okay, this
Two or
one
three
is
balls
the
dot.
Lincoln Park.
Yes.
Yeah.
Lincoln Park is the username.
Hey, two dots,
No,
right?
this is the username. No, do Lincoln Park. This was working in the morning.
Ah,
Shot!
shot it, boy! What a shot! Yeah, Mahmood.
Two dots and 3 runs. No?
Yeah, basically now 3 1s.
Three for Lincoln.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good running, boys.
Is Hassan. It's not supposed to be.
Huh?
It's. I mean, there should be an official score, but there is not one.
Yeah. Wow. It's nice.
I need to start commentating like once
Alright,
this
start.
is sorted. Got
Yeah,
one?
now start second innings. So click on second innings. See the batsman.
Shot it, boy.
Here's your phone, sir.
Okay,
Thank you.
thank you.
Ali, the head.
One for Anik.
Mukun bhai, আমি করতে পারবো না if you want.
And we can start the
His
first over
password
from
is
Raju.
2759.
So how can I like ball?
Yeah.
Plus one ball. How can I
Do you
like?
know what that
Three
that?
dots.
I know.
Seven,
You
fifth,
know the
nine.
password.
Raju. Let me. First was Lincoln.
First ball was in what?
Was
Dot.
first two dots. Then three.
Three.
And then
Over there.
was another
Yeah,
dot.
yeah, yeah.
And then a one. Sorry, one.
Then number fourth ball is dot,
One. No, one.
One. Then
And fifth was dot. And sixth is coming up.
okay, so you got it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Now we, after this over, we move chairs. You come here.
Yeah, sure.
And I go to there. So I'll do the commentary. Look at this. Finish on this one.
Shot.
Four. So 8 after first over.
You recorded?
Yeah. So when you start new over, it will ask you who's on strike. Just after every over, just double check if the right person is on strike. Finally, see a little bit of score here. He will tell us. A very warm welcome to Lincoln Park here in Wisconsin, the National Cricket League, the second day of the championship. Check Shahid or Zahid. So it's second innings of the first game of the day, and the target is 95 The Dallas Warriors managed 94 runs in their allotted overs. They won the toss earlier and decided to bat. It was a stop-start kind of innings which never got going. No partnerships of note, and some terrific bowling from the Michigan team. And they had the likes of Abdul Razak, former Bangladesh international, Said Russell, and Razak bowled a good spell as well. But it was a team effort altogether. The bowling unit all came good and just restricted the target to 94. So Michigan Stars are 8 for no wicket after the first over. As we watch Hassan, beg your pardon, it's Said who's bowling from the commentary box end. Starts off with a dot. It's been very humid today, earlier part of the day. It's become quite cloudy now. Expecting another wonderful day of cricket, as this one is a swing and a miss outside the off stump. This National Cricket League, the state against state championship for the very first time. We had an action-packed day yesterday, and both these teams incidentally have played one game yesterday and they both won their games. So the winner of this team would be likely to go through to the semi-finals. Quite wide outside the off stump, looking for umpire signal, but nothing doing. So another dot. Good pace from Said. He's very short in build, short and stocky, but he's got a little bit of pace about him. Anik is also a former Bangladesh international. He appeared for the Tigers. As he lifts this one over the infield, it will pull up short in the outfield. We've been watching since yesterday. The outfield is quite heavy, and running between the wicket is key. He's content with 2 runs the opening pair, and that moves the score to double figures on to 10. Said is bowling with a wide slip. He's got a sweeper at deep mid wicket, right at cow corner for a pace bowler. Very unusual sort of field, standing right behind the line of the mid wicket fielder, which is in the ring, literally in straight line to each other. But a wide slip and a short third man. Remember, we are in the first power play, so only 2 fielders are allowed outside the 30-yard ring. In the air, this will carry just one bounce over the fence. Wonderful blow. As umpire has just noticed that it was a one bounce 4. But nonetheless, beautiful shot from Anik. Just in the slot, and he just lifted it over the infield. Almost carried for 6. But good batting from Anik. Really came out of the blocks very quickly. A modest target of 94. A wide ball, swing and a miss from Anik as the umpire has made the signal. An expensive over so far from Said. Started off quite well, but Anik has attacked him. Positive cricket from him. This good finish to the over. Nice lifting delivery. Beat the outside edge. So after 2 overs, the Michigan Stars 15 for no wicket. 15 for no wicket after 2 overs. the bowler? Bowler number one. Start of the fresh over. Anik is on strike. The- I beg your pardon. It was Lincoln as he works this around the corner just for one. 16 for no wicket. Hassan is bowling right arm round the wicket. He's got a wide slip as well. He short lifting delivery. Good aggressive bowling. Ducked underneath by Anik. In the first over, Hassan got the outside edge of the bat of Lincoln. That flew past the slip fielder. That slip fielder is still quite wide, almost in a third slip position, as this one has been struck hard and high. It's just rolls over the rope, so another boundary. It's been an aggressive start by the Michigan Stars. They rolled over the Florida Sunrisers in their first game yesterday. So they're looking the favorite from this group to go through. Sunrisers, who had won one game earlier in the day, also looked quite good. So it may come down to the game between the Warriors and the Sunrisers for the qualification of the second spot for the semi-final from this group. But as we watch this, fingers gone up, outside edge, another lifting delivery from Hassan. And looking for the ramp, and Nick just got the thin outside edge, an easy catch for the wicketkeeper. So the first breakthrough has been made, and Michigan Stars are 20 for 1 in the third over. The left-handed Shakir Hassan has walked to the middle after the fall of first wicket. Anik, who is looking positive and aggressive. Thank you. Abu Hassan looking to pitch the ball short and get plenty of bounce from this artificial turf. As we've been watching since yesterday, there's plenty of bounce, and it's very hard to get away deliveries from a length because they bounce excessively. Extra help for bowlers if they get it right. This one is further up, attacking the stumps. That ends the third over. The Michigan Stars 20 for 1 after 3 overs. 20 for 1 after 3 overs. I told you in the first. You want to do commentary? You can. We can join. Be the partner. Said with his second over. Bowling two straight, worked on the onside. Lincoln moves to 9.
Oh, it moves automatic? Why, yeah, it's like everything. Nice. আপনি কি মিশিগানে থাকেন? জি। সিলেট থেকে? ও, আমাদের ওখানে মনে হয় বেশি সিলেটি মানুষ। হ্যাঁ, সবাই।
Again bowling with a wide slip and a deep gully. A lot of fielders on square of the wicket on the offside. You got a slip and a gully in the point behind square. Also, we got a third man as well. And a long off has been sent back. Interesting to figure out what's the plans here for Saeed against Shakir.
బాక్స్లో ఉండలేదా? Separate again. నేను వాచ్ చేస్తూనే ఉన్నా. Happened again. Is he ball? That's what.
Mm, nice looking drive straight to the fielder though. Left-handers always look elegant driving the balls, particularly through the offside. So Shakir looks a very organized player, batting in the top three in a very good Michigan side. It tells that he's very capable bat. This one off the back foot, squared up a little bit with the extra bounce from Saeed. But the target is not very daunting, so there's no scoreboard pressure, so to speak. Although the outfield is heavy and the run scoring was mainly through hard running yesterday or big hits. As this one is in the gap, a slight fumble, still indecision. Big chance here, and the dive has, I think, saved him. As they say, you never run on a misfield. Lincoln wasn't sure at all despite the misfield. Shakir was looking for one as soon as he hit the ball. But huge misunderstanding and a huge slice of luck for the Michigan Stars. The throw was way above keeper's head. Had to bring it down and it took valuable seconds. Lincoln's dive could save him, so no damage for the Michigan Stars. You have to say the bowling has been good so far from the Dallas Warriors. If only they could have put a decent total on the board. 94 on the face of it, for face of it would look way below par. As this one is slashing through the point or straight to the point rather. Good looking stroke there. Like all the players who are short in stature and short in height. Lincoln seems to be very good square of the wicket as the over is ended. So after 4 overs, the total is 22 for 1. 22 for 1 after 4 overs.
Same bowler or change? Oh, bowler? Yeah, Abul Hassan Raju coach. Okay, Raju, right? Raju.
Third over in a row for Abul Hassan. Nice looking shot onto the onside, and it pulls up way short of the fielder, the deep fielder who was attacking the ball. Enough time for the batsman to get a couple of runs. Shakir and Abul Hassan from the far end is bowling his third over. I think the plan is clear from the Warriors that they want to bowl their best bowlers up front. The only chance they have is to take out the early wickets and see if Michigan can bat deep or the lower order batsmen are any good, as this wide from the umpire way down the leg side, trying to push for too much pace. Abul Hassan on that occasion lost his control. Leg glance, nicely played. Wayward return from fine leg, but no chance of an overthrow. 26 for 1. As Shakir moves to 4. Lincoln is batting on 9. Short delivery. Nice looking pull shot, but once again it will pull up short. We've said many times since yesterday that the batsmen are not getting full value for their strokes when they're looking for orthodox strokes. They have to run hard. As Lincoln moves into double figures, he's on 11. Steady start for the Michigan Stars. As this one's lifted over the infielder, is it? No. Caught by mid-off, back paddling, but against the wind, and it never looked like crossing the fielder. And easy catch. So another wicket has gone down. Lincoln this time was perished for 11, and I was saying that the only way for the Warriors to come back in this game is to keep picking up wickets, and they've done that so far. Michigan Stars 28 for 2 now. 28 for 2. 4.4 overs.
Batsman are there, so Yasin and Yasin Raji.
Yasin Rahim?
Yeah. Still Raju, right? Bowling?
Yeah.
No, he over time. He's taking long time, right?
It's third over.
No, I say in the over it's taking long time to finish.
Yasin is the new batsman. They crossed over whilst that ball was in the air, so Shakir is on strike. In the air once again, but in the gap. And running hard for the second and getting it easily. That's the way to do it when it comes to running between the wickets on this outfield. We're into the Michigan Stars into 30s now. They're 30 for 2. One ball shy of the fifth over. Shakir is batting on 6. Short delivery, ducks underneath it. Good leave, well watched by the batter as umpire Vijay Malala calls it over. So that's the end of the fifth over. And Michigan Stars are 30 for 2. 5 overs, right?
Who's the new bowler? एक दारान एक ही तारे थे
30 for 2 after 2 overs. After
after
5 overs.
5 overs.
After 5 overs, sorry. 30 for 2. It's, thank you. It's been a bowling change from the top end. Ali Ishtiaq is the new bowler. Right arm leg break.
সিঙ্গেল খেলা সবটা খালি খেলা
He's got Yasin on strike. Still in the power play. First power play. 1 over to go. The sweepers are deep mid wicket and long on.
ও লেগ স্পিনার নাকি
Slightly short of length. Nice looking punch off the back foot. Direct hit. Umpire was trying to get into a good position, but he had collision with the batsman, and it looked like the batsman Yasin was struggling, but umpire
ডাল আছে আপনার বাড়ি গেছি রে
was looking into a good position, and he had a collision, so made the decision in favor of the batsman.
স্যার সিলেটি মানুষ না অনেক খেলায় ক্রিকেট ভাল লাগে সিলেটি আমি বুঝি সিলেটি আচ্ছা এটা কেন থাক
Another short of length delivery. Ishtiaq has landed a couple of deliveries on the spot, which is a very hard thing for the leg spinner, but he's done well. This time is through the gap though. Once again, will pull up very quickly in the outfield. Batsmen have to judge their runs, and the conditions are not easy, but it would have been interesting, as I keep saying, if the Warriors had posted a close to par score. It would have been a very good contest. That's another good delivery from Ishtiaq, as the bowling so far from the Warriors has looked very decent, but I'm afraid they haven't got that cushion of extra 20 or 30 runs. It's now the good delivery and good fielding of his own bowling. Ishtiaq put the body on the line, blocked that ball from going further, and dot after dot, he's building some pressure. Now the good flighted delivery ends off a fantastic over from Ishtiaq. He only went for 1 run. It's a 32 for 2 after 6 over, and that's the end of the first power play.
বলার কে দাঁড়ান ভাই দেখতেছি কার্তিক কার্তিক
At the end of first power play, 32 for 2. I keep saying on the face of it, 94 may look below par, but very impressive bowling from Dallas Warriors so far. They're trying to make amends for the lack of runs. Cricket is a funny game, and we know that funny things have happened in this beautiful game. So, thank you. As we watch another bowling change, Karthik is coming on to bowl from the top end. Now that the power play is over, the sweepers can go out, and he has two of them. Only two fielders still out. Both the mid-on and mid-off fielders are up in the ring. Deep mid-wicket, deep square leg are the sweepers. No sweepers on the offside at all. Karthik to Shakir. Shakir smashes it over the infield. As I said, mid-on and mid-off were up in the ring. Karthik threw the challenge to Shakir, and he was good enough to accept it. That's a very, very welcome boundary. The Michigan Stars have been steady, but they've lost 2 wickets along the way in the face of some impressive bowling. But First opportunity for Shakir, and he's exploited that, earned himself 4 runs. Good captaincy on the part of the Dallas Warriors. Still not tempting to send all the sweepers back. Just the mid on is going back. Well, as I speak, the mid off has been sent back as well. So mid off is halfway at the moment, and long on is just going all the way back to the fence. It's a good contest between Karthik and the Michigan Stars batsman. He's threw this one up again, and Shakir just steadily pushes it back to him. Now the 59 runs required to complete the second consecutive victory for Stars as Shakir pushes this one through. I beg your pardon, Karthik, and Shakir just let it go. Shakir is taking his time and he knows that it's not a big target. Earlier on, he was ducking underneath short pitch deliveries as well. As this one nudges into the gap on the onside. Good batting, very good batting, using soft hands and good calling as well. So Shakir looks like he's got hang of things, the way he's approaching his innings. Looks very organized and disciplined. As Yasin is back on strike with a very distinct red color or maroon color helmet. Dallas Warriors still attacking with a slip. A 5-4 field. We got a deep cover on the sweeper and deep mid wicket as well. With two sweepers down the ground, long on and long off. Pushes this one through. Yasin just blocks it. 37 for 2 now, and we're into the 7th over. Run scoring has generally proved very difficult in this field since yesterday, as this one Yasin couldn't time it, but was good enough to get it away from Karthik as he ends his over with a single. So 38 for 2 now after 7 overs. 38 for 2 after 2 after 7 overs.
NCL is proud to thank their sponsors, Bombay Sweets, Northwestern Mutual, Cafe India, Anmol Restaurant, India Bazaar, Raja Bazaar, Best Foods in American Same history. Bowler, eh? Thank you guys for all the
İşte
support. Yes.
Ishtiaq Ali is going to continue his bowling. Bowled a very impressive first over, and his captain is still giving him a slip and a short mid wicket in catching position. This one slog sweep down on one knee into the gap, and it rolls over the fence. So good attacking batting from Shakir. As we've been watching in the last over as well, he took the chance in the first delivery of the over, hit Karthik for a 4, and this time once again he's got his runs nice and early in the over. He's moved to 12 now and 42 for 2. This one's lifted. This will carry all the way. In fact, it's a huge hit. And that's a magnificent blow. And massive hit. It hit the tree, which is just outside the fence, almost 30 yards, 30 meters up above the ground. That ball was traveling, and he really got hold of it. As this one is left alone. 48 now for 2 wickets. This one is short through the legs of the fielder. And a sloppy bit of work. Ishtiaq has been put under a lot of pressure in this over. Bowled a very nice first over, but he's under attack from the Michigan Stars batsman now. 49, one shy of 50. We're into the 8th over. This time swept by Shakir. The old-fashioned sweep. It wasn't a slog sweep. As the 50 is being raised by Michigan Stars. 50 for 2. In a very, very good position. Chasing a modest total of 95. Some impressive bowling in the early part by Dallas Warriors, but now Shakir and Yasin are cutting loose. This one, another short one from Ishtiaq. Punished. So, 2 more runs to Yasin. He's 52 for 2 after 8 overs. Another 43 runs required. In a very good position. The Stars. Thank you. Jabel is going to take up the attack from the top end. After just 1 over from Karthik. Shakir is batting on 15. Sorry, Shakir is batting on 13. Yasin has got 15. As we've seen in this since yesterday, it's been taking a long time setting in fields. Quite a long time taken between the overs as well. As we watch Jabel strays down the leg side to see if he got anything along the way. As umpire is not moving, so probably a dot ball. Must have hit some part of his pad, as he's not happy with it. Shakir, it's got nothing to do with that. Umpire's made a call. Get on with it. So once again, a slight change in the field. Fielders coming into 45 on the onside, inside the ring. Jabel once again. That's glorious cover drive all along the ground, but pulls up very quickly. As we've been saying since yesterday, there's no full value for strokes for the batsman because it's a very heavy outfield. So all the orthodox players, they've been struggling, but they have to run hard for their runs. That's the key here, as we watched in one of the games yesterday. The Florida Sunrisers, their opening pairs, they converted a lot of ones into twos and twos into threes. As we're talking about this pair, they look very, very organized as well. Left-handed Shakir and right-handed Yasin building up a partnership and chasing a modest total. They look in control right now. Jabel once again driven straight down the ground, but for no run. As this one hits the corner of the turf once again and rolls. Very unfair on the wicket keeper. He couldn't do much about that. It's an unnecessary throw from the mid-off fielder. 54 for 2. We're into the ninth over. Another 41 needed. Once again down the leg side. This time keeper couldn't stop it as well. And pulls up short. Looking for 2. But wasn't there. So 2 runs will add to the total. Courtesy this wide from Jabel. He's running up the hill from that side and always looking to reach out for the bowling crease and losing some bit of control. 56 for 2. Once this time strays down the leg side to the right-hander, appealing. But Vijay Malala is very experienced. He's got this under control, I think. Bowling right arm round the wicket. He's struggling to control his line and length. Jabel in the process giving away easy runs. And this time he's on target and he's cleaned up Yasin. Went for the big hoik but went under his bat and the middle stump is pegged back. Important wicket here for the Dallas Warriors. As a good partnership between Yasin and Shakir has come to an end. Muted celebration from the Warriors. We'll have to see if it was too little too late in that case. But nonetheless, a wicket for Jabal. 57 for 3, Michigan Stars. Sorry, who you said? Sayed Haq? Sayed Haq is the new batsman. He's come after the dismissal of Yasin, who played a bright and breezy knock. He's back now. Only 38 runs to go and plenty of overs and wickets in hand. Michigan Stars will be hoping to not lose any more wickets. It's once again on the attack, Dallas Warriors. Ali Salman hobbling across the square. He's clearly hurt himself whilst he was batting, or probably one of the games yesterday. I'm told he's twisted his ankle. Slip in a gully now for Jabal. As this one is kept low. Back for defensive stroke from Syed Haq, but missed the line completely. This, as they say, cricket is a funny game, but when it comes to club cricket, it's even more funnier because teams are built up heavy at the top and sometimes they don't bat as deep, but Hopefully, for Michigan Star's sake, they have a couple of good batters in the hut, so there's not much tension in the dugout. Seems quite relaxed down towards the left of where our commentary box is. All the dugouts are. Michigan Stars looking quite relaxed at this moment, but a couple of wickets and it could get really edgy as Jubel, I think, finishes off his over with a dot. 57 for 3. 57 for 3. How many overs? After 9 overs.
wait. Trying to kill. Oh, अच्छा, yeah. Anvesh. Anvesh. Anvesh Chaudhary, right? Not Chaudhary. No, Chaudhary or something. Yeah.
Another change in bowling from the commentary box and it's Anvesh Chaudhary. Thank you. Shakir is on strike, batting on 14. He's been there a while, but he hasn't seen much of the strike lately. First it was Yasin, and then it's Syed Haq who's been on strike mainly. It's quite hot earlier in the morning, but it's very cloudy now and overcast. Nice breeze is also comforting players and spectators. We got a packed schedule, as I've been saying since yesterday, and we got games coming thick and fast. There are games being played on the other fields as well of this National Cricket League, the first of its kind. State against state competition. 8 states participating as we're watching the Dallas Warriors in the field. As big shout, but it's clearly going down the leg side as umpire is just about to signal a leg by, I think, or we still have to wait. No signal, so that was a run given to Shakir. Syed Haq is back on strike. So I was saying we're watching Dallas Warriors and the Michigan Stars here. And the next game is between Chicago Lions and Atlanta Fire from Georgia. That will be the next game right after this game. So games are coming thick and fast. Tomorrow will be the semi-finals day here in this competition as the league stage will conclude. So in this group we have these teams have won both their first games. So literally it's a qualification match. Whoever wins this game, they will go through to the semi-finals. As we watch full toss from Anvesh. Thumb down the ground by Said to open his account. So both these teams have won their games yesterday and they've got one more game to play today. So they will finish off the group stage. As I said, at this stage, the Michigan Stars looks favorite to go through from this group. This will be a stiff competition between the Florida Sunrisers and the Dallas Warriors as it will literally become a quarterfinal as we watch another wide from Avnesh. As I've been saying, the Dallas Warriors could ill afford to give these extra runs as they've got a modest total of themselves on the board, below par total of 94. So the disciplines had to be really good. Unfortunately, so far, it hasn't been, and that's why they're behind in this game. Looking for some inspiration. As this was better from Avnish. Now the 35 runs required by the Stars. We're into the 10th over, almost approaching the halfway stage of this innings. Straight to the fielder at mid wicket. Clearly, Anvesh is looking for that full length, looking for the Yorker, hitting the base of the stump, or targeting the base of the stump, I should say. So far, it's been a good over. Apart from a couple of wides, that's been the problem for the Warriors. Otherwise, their bowling has looked quite good. As he loses the run in the process, but still carried on with the ball and landed a nice slow delivery. A very good length. 15 of 22 deliveries, Shakir. Another full toss, and it's been given as no ball. Once again, Anvesh lost his run, but decided to carry on and bowl the delivery, completely losing it. So a no ball and a free hit, but the batsmen have changed strike now, so they can change the field over. Saeed Haq will be on strike. Anvesh. So sweepers have been sent back. Deep square leg, long on, long off, and deep cover. Slow delivery, and Syed Haq tamely put it to the fielder at cover. And what could have been worse would have been a run out, but Shakir made his ground quickly. So no damage done on the free hit. So after the 10 overs at the halfway stage, 62 for 3 the Stars. 62 for 3 after 10 overs. Jabal to continue his bowling from the top end. Once again looking for a Yorker. Shakir batting on 16 of 24 deliveries. Just the one boundary so far. Another low full toss, looking for the Yorker again. Shakir just jogs the single. So it's Shakir seems to be the one who looks in total control, not rushed at all. Although we've seen it's a small total, but in the games yesterday and today, a lot of the top order batsmen they just want to get off the blocks quickly. 20 overs can still be quite a long time, and having lost 3 wickets, I think he's read the situation quite well, Shakir. As Jubel continues to struggle with his length, this time way down the leg side. Another wide. Quite a lot of extras in this innings to boost the total. Can you just see how many extras? Once again down the leg side, another wide. So as we've been telling, the extras have been a very hefty contributor And quite a few wides from memory, like Jabel has struggled, and so has the other bowlers. They have good skill level, but the discipline hasn't been there. As we watch another dot from Saeed Haq. Overall, if the Dallas Warriors look at this game, they would only find themselves to blame for not putting a better fight with the bat and ill discipline in the field. So we watch a nice looking stroke from Saeed Haq. Just a nice flick through the onside. Gets him a couple of very handsome runs. 67 now. 28 needed. Another wide. Slow delivery this time, but the result was the same. Jabel clearly struggling and letting his team and his captain down very badly. For once on target, Jabel in this over. He's really struggled. He's bowled three wides only in this over and a couple more in the previous over. This time he's on target, and that's his second wicket. That's what he's done in a couple of overs when he's been on target. He's been very effective, but despite giving away extras, he's picking wickets as well, which is important. So that's the fourth wicket down. Syed Haq looked out of sorts for most part of his innings. He's walking back now, and the Stars are 68 for 4 after 11 overs. He's a batsman, right? Club cricket, he's a batsman. Who's the batsman now? Assad? Okay. Assad is the new batsman. Bowler still Ishtiaq? Oh, Anvesh. Anvesh. Karthik, bowler number 3, I think.
What was the last ball? Wicket, right?
Yeah.
The ball. Batsman was Kanan. What's the bowler name?
Karthik for his second over. He bowled one earlier from the top end, this time from the commentary box end. As this time it's been judged well by both the batters. Ball pulled up short. This was hit quite hard, but never reached the fielder who was sitting back, expecting the ball to come. And very, very good judgment by Shakir and Tuhin. Shakir is batting quite well. He's 70 for 4 now. He lets this one go another wide. Rahman is the new batsman. He's on the non-striker end though. Good shot by Shakir, but not for any runs. 24 runs needed for victory for Michigan Stars as Shakir has launched this. It's the biggest part of the ground. Still going and pitches just inside or no. Fielder has given it a 6. So magnificent blow. It's quite a long hit down to that side of the ground towards our left. But wonderful footwork and a great connection from Shakir. He's looked very impressive. He moves to 25 now. This time into the gap once again. Good knockdown by Ali Salman. This Rahman is on strike now. Still got a slip. 4 wickets down. And I think they've asked for a substitute finally. Ali has been hobbling all game. He had a long knock, had to run quite a few runs as boundaries were hard to come by. But now he's decided that he needs to take a break as we watch him go off the field and the substitute is on. Left arm over the wicket. Karthik is just dropped the ball. The wicket keeper. I think that the drag was on. The back foot just did drag outside the crease. But the wicket keeper failed to collect the ball cleanly. It did ricochet off his hands onto the stumps, but by then it was too late. The chance went a begging. Could have made it a little bit nervous for the Michigan Stars, as they would have lost half their team back into the heart. But not to be on that occasion. Who's the wicket keeper? Karthik once again pushes it through outside the off stump. So 12 gone, 78 for 4. 78 for 4 after 12.
NCL is proud to recognize sponsors Bombay Sweets, Northwestern Mutual, Cafe India, and Mall and Restaurant, India Bazaar, Plaza Bazaar, Best
These
Foods,
flies are biting like mosquitoes.
NCL
Yeah, you
India.
gotta go home and bring a trouser for him and for yourself. Me too. For some reason,
Bowler name?
Ali.
Ali Ishtiaq?
The right arm leg spin of Ali Ishtiaq has been brought from the top end. He bowled an earlier spell from the commentary box end, but now he's bowling from the top end. Shakir is facing him. 78 for 4. 17 runs needed. Plenty of overs in the bank for the Michigan Stars. Starts off with a quicker delivery, pushing it across the left-hander Ishtiaq. As we've noticed, Shakir has looked unflustered all throughout his innings. Never rushed. In fact, he was the only one, as we watch him take another single, who was letting the short deliveries go, sitting, ducking underneath that. Don't see that, especially in T20 cricket. And he let the balls go outside the off stump when he was not interested, which showed that he read the conditions and the situation perfectly well, and he was all in control throughout, which is a sign of a very, very good cricketer. As Rahman is taking strike, all the sweepers have been brought up from the offside. For the right-hander, we got a slip backward point and a point. Cover, extra cover. Slip and the extra cover are catching. Pretty short, close to the batsman as big heave from Rahman and he stumped. His bat was clearly in the air and the drag was on as his bat was coming down. This time the stumping was made by Jakaria, no mistake. And Rahman, who's been very lucky in the previous over, awaited the chance. This time he's gone. So, bit of nervous tension in the dressing room at 79 for 5, still needing 16 runs. 79 for 5, 16 needed. Syed Russell has made to the crease, a former Bangladesh international test star. He's probably the right man to come to the crease with a little bit of pressure. Not many to go, but wickets have been tumbling. There hasn't been any partnership of note. Yasin stayed with Shakir for a while, but other than that, it's been a wicket almost every other over. 5 wickets down, half the team back in the hut, with still 16 needed. Run rate is not an issue because we're only into the 13th over, and there's 7.5 overs to go still. Ishtiaq once again, a nice flighted delivery. Russell giving him all the respect. Cricket is a great leveler, so to speak, as we watch some of the international stars taking to the field in this game alone. Must have been a throwback to them down memory lane from the humble beginnings where it all starts for every cricketer. As this one is launched into the onside, will it carry over the fence? Yes, it does. Strong blow from Russell. Only took him 2 deliveries to figure out what Ishtiaq was doing. That's the end of 13 overs. 83 for 5. 83 for 5. 12 needed. Said is the bowler.
GM side.
Yeah, number two.
Arif, right?
Yeah. Yeah, bro. Ah, ah. Long. Said is the new bowler. He's taking up the attack from the commentary box end. Shakir on 27. He's on strike. 12 needed in 7 overs. We might have an early finish here. Couple of big blows, and that should see the Michigan Stars through. It's Shakir once again. Just looking to play orthodox cricket, not flustered, not rushed. Once again, beautifully played through the onside. Gentle flick and good piece of running from Russell. Oh, direct hit, very close and given. I think Russell was slowing down as he reached his crease, not expecting a direct hit, but terrific fielding. Who's the fielder? And Russell makes his way back.
Fielder name? What is the fielder name? Anvesh, Anvesh. Huh? Anvesh, I think.
So is this game's heading to a tense finish. Russell walks back. 6 wicket is down. 83 for 5. In fact, 84 for 5. Another 11 runs needed.
Abdul Razak.
84 for 6 as Abdul Razak makes it to the middle. Another great from Bangladesh cricket. Once a World Cup star and a match winner on his day, back in the day. He bowled a terrific spell earlier today. But now, job to do with the bat in hand. Wasn't known for his batting at the international level, but this is completely different. He's walked into bat at number 8 as Shakir once again. You have to admit that he's been very calm. Nothing has flustered him. Wicket has fallen around him. He's been part of a run out as well, which could be very nerve jangling. But he seems like he's a very calm person and he's taking control of the situation. Without him, it would have been a lot difficult for the Michigan Stars. So once again, beautiful looking stroke. So 85 now with 10 needed. 6 overs to go after this. Abdul Razak, see what kind of approach he's going to have to this remaining 10 runs. Would he like to finish it in 2 blows? I doubt that. And Dallas Warriors, looking at this run chase, would be ruining the fact if they had put on some more runs on the board. He could have been well on top right now. As it is, they still have a sniff with a few overs to go as another over ends. So 85 now for 6.
One more ball. It's not over. One more ball.
85 for 6.
One more ball.
He's gone, buddy. Umpire's call is the final call.
No, no, but it's five balls is over.
This quarter dot. You can't argue with umpires.
First was dot, then was out, then was that.
you mean? What is the scorer for?
Scorer counting the ball, right?
Yeah, but scorer can't correct the umpire.
I can tell the umpire, right?
No, this is not like rule. You and me don't make the rules.
Okay, got it. What's the ball name?
Ishtiaq.
Alistic.
Ishtiaq, who's bowled a very impressive spell, is once again at it. If he can nip Shakir out here, it could really set the cat amongst the pigeons here. But it's turned out to be a very interesting run chase. I mean, low scoring game, not big hits, but still hasn't been a easy ride for the Michigan Stars chasing the target. You can question a couple of shots from their top order batsmen and a run out as well to go with that, but this one is over extra cover, beautiful stroke. Will it go to the fence? It doesn't look like it, as well the fielders made the signal right, so that has gone over the fence. 4 runs, a big stroke to just ease the nerves a little bit by Shakir. 89 for 6. Shakir batting on 33. He's held the innings together. Ishtiaq went for the quicker delivery. Big shot. This is gone straight down into the side screen. Couple of bounces. And that has sealed it for Stars, I think. Shakir, who's been terrific in this run chase. He's been in control since ball one. And he's seeing his team through. What a magnificent knock from him. Finishing off with a flurry of boundaries. Just 2 runs needed now. He's batting on 37. And clearly a big candidate for the man of the match. Another big blow. This is in the air. Fielders lining it up. Will it? Oh, attempted catch. Excellent effort out there. He's just saved the boundary. And Razak wasn't sure about the second one, but the scores are level now. And Shakir had almost done it in style, but you have to give it to the Dallas Warrior fielder. He put a splendid effort, not giving up till the last moment, and that's very, very creditable. Scores are level now, 96 for 6. This is in the air, back paddling, and another catch has been taken. So Razak is out, and what more, Shakir has crossed over. So for the next over, the new batsman will be on strike with the scores tied, 94 for 7 after 15 overs. The Stars. Scores are level, 94 for 7.
NCL is proud to thank sponsors Bombay Sweets, Universal Mutual, Nestle India, Myanmar Restaurant, India Bazaar, Raj Bazaar, Best Foods, and American Express.
Hat trick, hat trick for a tie. Super over.
That is extra charge for us.
We didn't work for the first innings, man. After the day finishes, they would give you some extra job because you didn't work for the first 2 hours. I like to put my food in my plate of what I want and how much I want.
Yep.
Can I know score at least?
They know scores.
Please
Look at
get.
the field, man.
Body ready.
Here you go. One to need it. And number 9 batsman. There's a big shot. Big shot. But the umpire shakes his head, I think, and calls it not out. Who's the batsman?
Mufassir Ali.
Mufassir Ali, who bowled a good spell earlier in the day, is required to score one more run to get his team over the line and into the semi-finals of this National Cricket League. They've already won their first game, so they're in line to qualify as soon as they finish this game. As this one's through the gap and winning runs, so Michigan Stars have completed a victory, not without a scare though. You have to give it to Dallas Warriors for the fight they put up with the ball. If only they could have scored a few more runs and a bit more disciplined with the ball. But a good game of cricket has come to an end. Shakir has been the match winner. He carried his bat through and he made 37 unbeaten runs, seen his team through. That was a terrific effort on his part. As the teams walk out and shake hand, the traditional shake hand. So, as we said, we got a packed schedule once again today. As we watch at the match summary, Shakir 38 unbeaten runs, carried his bat to see his team through, and with the ball, 3 wickets for Kashin and 3 wickets for Ali were the outstanding performances from the Michigan Stars. But I think Shakir will shade it for the man of the match as he's seen his team through. As we wait for the start of the second game, right here, we're going to take a short break and we'll see you on the other side of the break with the second game of the day between Atlanta Fire and Chicago Lions. So stay tuned and keep watching.